Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So as you can see by the title, we are looking at who is coming into your life and why. So you're going to come across this person in the next few weeks or at the most in the next 2 months from the point of view watching this video. They may have a big impact in your life, but they may have a small impact in your life because remember this is a generalised reading and it's aimed at a lot of people, anyone who may watch the video. And so you've got to sort of adapt what the message says to your life. I'm thinking for most of you this is someone that you've not met before, but for a few of you this might be somebody that you do know of, but only in the periphery of your life. Or you haven't met them for such a long time, it's like, oh my god, I forgot all about you, you know, you went to school together, that type of thing. So I've given you all place markers for the 4 readings. So we've got the dressmaking pins, we've got the lip balm, we've got the dice, and we've got the tea light candle. So I'm putting the timestamps to the 4 readings in the description box and pinning it as a top comment. So I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. When you feel open and ready, ask yourself the question, who is coming towards me and why? When you feel ready, make your choice. Don't overthink it and don't doubt yourself. Then go ahead and click your timestamp and I'll be there waiting for you at your reading. Okay, those of you that chose option 1, the pins, who is coming towards you and why? Get those out of the way. So this is the who. So we've got Lord God, masculine. Silver Sisters, time to take protection from toxic thoughts and energy. I'm going to say for the majority of you it's a man that you're going to meet or come across. A very masculine man. This is someone that feeds into more masculine traits anyway, that they are logical, they are powerful, they are strong, they are determined, courageous. It can be about physical power, but I'm going to go with personality of strength of personality and conviction. Definitely, I think you can look at them and they're sort of alpha, very masculine. But they actually are quite sensitive. So they're going to give this sort of impression of being really, really strong. Even if it's a she, you're going to look and say, oh, that's somebody who is very masculine in the way they come across, you know. But they're very sensitive underneath. But they don't give that impression. And they are absolutely somebody that is not interested in anyone toxic. Anyone who's really negative or really spiteful or really petty. They have to protect themselves from that because of this sensitivity. Even if you come across a strong, burly man, it's still the same. He still has feelings and he's still sensitive. And is not interested in getting into a situation where there is going to be toxicity that's going to drain away from them. They're determined to do something. So you may come across them when you're both trying to achieve something, or they have a plan in their life that they're trying to work towards. Very strong personality, but very sensitive underneath. Very sensitive underneath. And they're protective over themselves because they're aware of their own sensitivity. And that knowledge that it doesn't do them any good to be around bad things, bad people. They've probably learnt their lesson, they've been stung. So this card represents the why. Why are you meeting them? And it could be for them just as much as for you. Don't forget that. Seven of Bows, clearance. So there's something to be cleared out. There's something to be cleared out. Make sure you can still see the cards. Can't see on my camera, just about. There's something to be cleared out. Either you're meant to help them clear something out, or they're meant to help you. Now, if you're there thinking, well, my life actually is just the way I want it. I haven't got any clutter. I'm in a good place with my family and friends. Even your relationships. This doesn't mean that it's a love relationship, by the way. And you don't really need anything clearing out. Maybe you're meant to help them clear something out. But if it is you, and you're like aware that in some way that your life has toxicity or stagnation within it, this person is the best person, is positioned in a great way to help you clear out that rubbish, to clear out the dead wood, to get rid of the stuff that the negative thoughts that you have, the feelings of helplessness, that you can't do it, that you're not enough to achieve a dream, to be with them, to be with anybody. It's about clearing out the stuff that no longer serves you. So if this is a position that you're in where you're thinking, well, actually, I do that. I have a lot of dreams, I have ambitions, and I'm being held back. This person is there to either help you or to give an example for you to follow, to clear out all this rubbish, because I feel they've already gone through their clearance. If you've already gone through your clearance, you're to provide an example, I suspect, to them, to say, it's just, you got to get rid of this stuff, otherwise it's just going to hold you back. That to me is a very good sign that this person is meant to provide a practical example or practical help for you to clear out. So this is the card that shows the immediate aftermath of meeting them. This isn't like a few years in the future when you look back and say, oh, that person did. This is how you're going to feel within the couple of weeks of them coming into your life or you coming into their life. And the Three of Pentacles. This is the After Tarot, a new deck that I got for Christmas. And to me, when you come across this person, I think you can see the finished product. I think they're going to help you finish something off. So some of you might already be in the process of clearing out things. You might be clearing out people. You might be physically clearing out stuff, like you're decluttering in order to have, that idea of a tidy house, a tidy mind, that sort of thing. And they're there to actually physically, to help you finish it off and do it. Because the Three of Pentacles is all about the three people working together to achieve something better than that they would achieve on their own as three individuals, the teamwork, collaboration. And he's the craftsman that has taken the designs and the money and made the statue of a young boy holding lots of pentacles, lots of money. It's like the idea of there's an abundance of money. So I think that by meeting this person, you can visualize the end product of something. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you have a vision for something, a plan or an ambition or a desire, or there's just something that you're working towards, this person is going to help you. And I think they're going to help you because they have their sensitivity, so they'll have empathy and they'll have understanding, but it doesn't dominate them. Their inner strength does, their power does, their logical mind. This is a very logical person. First and foremost, they are a logical person, and it's enhanced by their inner knowing, their sensitivity, their awareness of toxicity and of the bad things. And because of that, you're going to be able to finish something off, complete a cycle even. You might come to the end of the road on something, but it's a good ending. It's the ending where you think, yeah, this is what I've achieved. This is really positive. I think for my first reading on this video, I'm really pleased about this. That I think they're going to inspire you even to see the end product, to see that there can be an end product. And also for some of you, to allow you to see that you can't do it alone. If you're a bit of a loner or you're trying to do something on your own, by meeting them, you're going to see the value in collaboration. And for some of you, they will be the final piece of the jigsaw in your collaborations to finish something off in a good, successful way. Let's see if there's anything else I can see. No, I think that's it. They're there to help you clear out stuff and to have this at the end. So I'm going to leave you with that, those of you that chose number 1. I hope the reading has helped you. Please let me know in the comments section. I love reading everybody's comments. I read every single one and I love to hear how it all makes sense to you. So whatever you're getting up to, I wish you the best of luck. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, number 2's the lip balm, or lip butter technically. People, this is your reading. Who are you going to meet and why? So, Wiccan read ethos. Child of the moon, forgiveness and transcending the ego. Okay, so this person, they're deeply moral. They have a moral code and ethos. They might be religious. They don't have to be, but they certainly have a moral code that's very important to them, and that's their set of, they have a good sense of what's right and wrong. Fair play. Bide the Wiccan law ye must. In perfect love, in perfect trust. 8 words the Wiccan read fulfill. And ye harm none, do as ye will. And ever mind the rule of 3, what ye send out comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart, and merry ye meet, and merry ye part. They're just very peaceful. They have manners, they treat people well. They do believe, I suppose, in karma, in the sense that what you send out comes back to you. So I think they're going to be a person that's very mature, that they have an old soul feel about them with these 2 cards. That they are sort of, not fatalistic, but just sort of philosophical, that they're just like, oh, well, I'm sorry you feel like that. I wish you well, and I hope everything works out for you. And, they're just sort of, they're logical but emotional. They really don't want to do anyone any harm, and they absolutely believe that what you give out comes back to you. They have a moral code. They have this sort of, There's something I'm missing there, but I'm going to have to see what the other cards come up with until I can reach to it. They could be a manifestor. They could have this feeling of that they can manifest their own things, that they can... I can't articulate it. There's something there and I can't get it out. Whatever comes to them, they're pleased about. Not necessarily the awful things. They're not going to be pleased about something terrible happening. But whatever comes to them, they think, oh, there's something that, can be done with this. And they're nice to be, however long they're in your life, they'll be happy to meet you, but also be friends when you pass. That's it. They're not somebody that you have an acrimonious ending with. So however long your connection with them is, I think that you'll feel okay. Both of you will be okay with the parting. You'll part as friends because they're a very forgiving person. That they know that it's not all about them. They're a team player. They're willing to share, to work together. They're going to have their boundaries because everybody does. It's healthy to have boundaries from the people that you barely know to the people that you know very, very well. So they're going to have not a circle around them, but they're going to have friendliness to them, and there's going to be a warmth and welcoming to them. Lots of positive feelings and thoughts. But they're going to also be wise enough to not let just anybody in. But they're not ego-driven. They're really not ego-driven, and they're, as I say, fairly philosophical. They can sort of see why things happen. They have a lot of wisdom about them. As I say, there's an old soul feel to them, that they can say, well, I can understand how that happened. So there's a good chance they have the ability to see the bigger picture. Very wise, very peaceable. You know, they'll forgive the small stuff, you know. I don't think this is I think this is a fairly chill person that's just not going to get wound up by, you know, something not being put in the bin or whatever, or you being 5 minutes late. But just like anybody, if you really let them down, they would be. So let's see why this person's in your life, because they just do feel like very mature person, very, as I say, old soul-y, very grown up and adult, no matter their age. They feel grown up. Queen of Vessels, Salmon, that's interesting. So why are you meeting them, or why are they meeting you? It's the Queen of Cups, basically. And I think what always strikes me about this Salmon card is the salmon are always jumping up to go home. And it doesn't matter how hard the journey is, they will go home to lay their eggs. So I'm wondering, for some of you, it's about a return to something, a return to home, or something symbolic of home, or something that you wanted to go back to. But also it's about being sensitive and of learning emotionally and learning about your emotions. And this is a grounded person. And so I'm wondering, I mean, what's striking me is this feeling of going back to them. So some of you might already know this person and you might be going back to them. Might be your mum or your dad, parental feel to it. And they're there to emotionally rejuvenate you. She's looking at the salmon's looking, trying to get to her. You know, they're in touch with their emotions, that's the moon. And the Queen of Cups is always about the sensitive person, the emotional person, the person in touch with their emotions but has emotional intelligence and empathy and understanding for the emotions of other people. But they're a queen, she's a queen, or he is a queen. They can still be a bit emotionally open and out there, but they do have control over them. You know, they're a queen, they've reached that level where they can display the maturity as well as the sensitivity. So it's the queen that hugs you but then still cries a few tears over your pain because she has such sensitivity and empathy. So it's something to do with your emotions. It's all about your emotions, that you are being called to meet them, or they're being called to meet you. So if you've been having trouble emotionally recently, that's why. It's to perhaps even help you heal, or heal you for some of you. You need them in order to achieve that. Because they're very, I know it's not about them as a person, but the Queen of Vessels is a sensitive, tender person. You know, so why are they there? It's to leave an impression on you, I want to say. It's like they're virtuous. It's like the beautiful queen in the chivalric jousting tournament who you're desperate to give your banner to. You know, you want her handkerchief wrapped in your coat of armour. It's like the Queen of Vessels is an inspiration to you, to inspire you emotionally in some way. For what purpose? To go on a journey in some way, because the salmon is on a journey home. For some of you, it's not a journey home, it's just a journey towards something, to something fruitful, because it doesn't have to be you going off to literally lay your eggs, you know, have babies. It could be a creative project. because the vessels does represent creativity just as well as emotions. So this card represents the immediate aftermath. This is within a couple of weeks of this meeting. You know, it's really not further down the line when you're looking back as a much older person. It is your immediate sort of reaction, the immediate aftermath of meeting them. Wow, the 5 of Swords. I wasn't expecting that with such a grounded person, such a sensitive and emotional reason to meet. The immediate aftermath is sort of a sense of fighting at all costs, a victory. You'll win out in some way. So maybe they are the inspiration to do something that you're going to feel happy about, or that they are going to give you a share in emotional wisdom that gives you the edge, because they have won out. This is the after tarot, so it's about what happens after the tarot card, the 5 of Swords. And it's very subtly different, which is that they're slightly further away, and I think he's picked up the 3rd sword, and there's just 2 on the ground. But he's won, and he's still won out, and he's still glorying in his victory. So I think after you've met this person, you're glorying in your victory over something. It could be your words or your mind, because it's the swords. So maybe you didn't say something that you wanted to say, or you did say something that you wanted to say. I think this person is going to teach you something about your emotions, or an emotional phase in life, or to teach you something. It's about having empathy and sensitivity, and they're such a wise person that they're going to do something about your emotional life that's going to make you feel that you are empowered and that you can win anything. I think that's it, that they're going to empower you emotionally. I'm looking in the book for the Queen of Vessels. Questions. Where are you leaving yourself open or unguarded? What is enchanting you? What do you need to devote yourself to? So some of you might be in an illusion somewhere, and this person helps you clear the illusion. And because you have that, you perhaps clear this. You clear, you know, what I'm thinking is, where are you unguarded? The immediate aftermath is you with the swords. I think through meeting this person, you've got an open spot and you then close it. She's looking at the salmon, he's looking at the salmon, like in gratitude, like, yeah. I think there's something that you might not realise, and it doesn't have to be a serious, vulnerable spot. It could be just a little mistake that, you know, like the equivalent of a spelling mistake. And they point it out and you're like, oh, thank God you noticed that, because now I'm going to, you know, not get picked up on it. Or, you know, it's just something small. But it makes you feel like a winner, and that you're going to win, and you could well win out on something at the cost of other people, and you're pleased about it. You're going to win, you're going to fight to win at all costs, and that you do win. So be gracious in your victory, that I am absolutely positive you're going to feel within a couple of weeks of you meeting this person. But it's something to do with your emotions, or your creativity, or your art, or your sensitivity. I'm going to have to do another card because there's something I'm missing. I can feel it. I'll just grab the nearest ones more after. Wow, Page of Swords. I asked for a clarification card. The reason why they're coming towards a Page of Swords, which I feel is you. You've got to defend yourself. The reason they're there is because of this reason. So if you've got a meeting coming up, even within the next couple of months, they're going to share their wisdom with you because they're that kind of person, and it's going to give you the edge and give you the victory. Or just the fact that they have been there and boosted your confidence even. It's going to give you the edge to win out in this conversation. The Page of Swords is somebody going out to share their message, going out to say their piece, coming up to a meeting with these three. And then you win out and they have to go off. So they're going to find your blind spot. Or, point out your blind spot or make you aware of your own blind spot. Because they're quite sweet and a team player and have a strong sense of right and wrong. So if they feel that you have been hard done by, or at the very least deserve the chance, an opportunity or a piece of knowledge, or just the emotional, uplift, the boost in your confidence, they will do it. And it will, give you the edge. That's what was missing. That's why I couldn't link the cards. So, a bit longer than I intended, but those of you that chose number 2, the lip balm, that's your reading. So please let me know in the comments section if that resonates, if it makes any sort of sense. Whatever you're getting up to, I wish you all the best of luck with it. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, those of you that chose number 3, the dice, who are you going to meet and why are they coming into your life, or why are you going into theirs? So we have Yule, rebirth, mother and daughter, mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, nurturing self-worth. So who are they? They are somebody, is either a mum or a dad. So they might be your parent or somebody that's a single parent that you come across, or in a family. They have a strong nurturing element. Maternal or paternal, because it's such an open general reading, you find that it's not a lady that you meet but a gentleman. But they're very open to sharing and teaching. They've got lessons to offer. They just have a sense of motherly or fatherly wisdom, and they're very interested in nurturing their own self-worth, but also that of those around them. So yeah, they just come across as a mother hen almost, I want to say. Very, very nurturing. I think it's going to radiate from them. But they are somebody that's going through a period of rebirth in their lives. They're changing from one thing to another. The old is dying off and being got rid of to make way for the new growth of spring. So you might find that they're in a period of transition, that they're leaving one job to start another, or ending a career to start another one, or literally that they have just become a parent, or their children are fleeing the nest, flying off, and they've got empty nest syndrome. But yeah, it's something important to do with this maternal, motherly, energy that they have, being reborn into something else. So even if they haven't got any kids, or are currently not planning to have any kids, this urge is being reborn within them, or is, as they're being reborn and letting go of the old, something in the new is being nurtured, and this change is nurturing their self-worth. So they're making a big change, but it's good for them. It's really good for them. So they're definitely in transition at the moment. So I'm wondering now whether this is for your benefit or for theirs. We shall see with the other cards. I think as a person as well, that they are somebody that's not afraid to make this transition, because they know they can learn from this, but also recreate a new life. They're fully aware that new life can always be born. And that doesn't mean like they can have lots of kids. It means that when things die off, new things can be born. So they're not afraid of things ending, and they're not afraid of fear, because they know that success can be born on the next attempt. Yeah. Why are you meeting this person? King of Stones, Wolf. So that's actually like the Pentacles energy. It's the Earth energy in this deck. And the reason that they're coming into your life is about... I want to say money, but it's like security and comfort. They're the lone wolf. This wolf here, this King of Stones, he's a lone wolf, and he's howling at the moon on his own. So it's, to me, about a message that's to be told. And because it's the stones and it's representing money and our material wealth, it could be something to do with that. Maybe this is about a new job. They're looking for a new job, you're looking for a new job, or something to do with learning how to manage your income, or they need help managing their income. What's attracting me, and I'm just going to have to think about it a bit more, is the fact that it's Yule, snowy Christmas scene, along with another snowy Christmas scene here. So it's something to do with this rebirth. Maybe they're to share the knowledge of their rebirth with you. So if you're looking to start a new phase in your life or to make big changes, they are in the prime position to generously share their knowledge with you and to nurture your self-worth so that you can then nurture yours. I want to say for a lot of you, is this actually a meeting physically? Because the wolves howl at each other but on their own. So the other wolves around the forest will hear him, this king, howling at the moon, and will howl at the moon themselves. So it might be text messages, emails, not seeing in person. So I'm not going to say like video messages or anything. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like verbal communication. Some of you might Skype. I mean, some of you, this might be your parent that you're contacting, phoning them up or something, sending them messages, asking for some more money, and they're like, I love you, darling, but this is a lesson you've got to learn. It really does. Something about managing on your own. The King of Stones is on his own. He's a lone wolf. He manages perfectly well on his own. It's hard. It's not easy. It's a tough life. He still has responsibilities. He still has to be leader of the pack, but he does it. And he meets his obligations. And this is the reason why they're coming into your life, either to help you meet your obligations or to meet their obligations towards you. And for some of you, the obligation that they're meeting isn't to offer you money, because it's the Pentacles, and it's, you know, generally represents a wealthy person, man. But he or she, I think, is there to enable you to be, you know, to have a lesson that will be valuable. So let's see. This is the card that represents sort of the immediate aftermath, sort of within a couple of weeks of you meeting this person. And I know I've said that this is somebody highly likely that you've not seen in a long time, so it probably isn't your parent unless you're estranged. But they have the energy of a parent, even if it's not yours. And within a couple of weeks of you meeting them, this is what you're going to feel. This is what the energy is going to be. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Wands, sorry. Nine of Wands. You're going to feel that you're not alone. They've got your back. They're not in a much better position. He looks duffed up as well. He's bleeding and tired, like this man. But he's looking at him because he knows he's there. And I feel that this is this person here. That's you, that's them. So they're going to stand by your side. Maybe they're going to answer your call, or you answer their call. And you're going to be there for them, or they're going to be there for you. And to carry on the battle, whatever the issue, whatever's going on in your life now that you're working on, could be your job, could be your relationship, could be anything else. Could be a small project, could be a big project. They're going to be there to work for it. So you're not going to feel alone. So that's a good thing. Whatever this all actually does mean for you, I don't think you're going to be on your own. I think they're going to be there with you to do it. Because I think there's going to be this feeling that you're tired. You're not down and out at all, but you're tired. And there's just a bit of energy left for the last fight. And they're there to help you carry a wand and do it with you. So that's good to me. They've got your back. So I'm going to leave that there with you. Please let me know in the comment section if it resonates, if it's helped you in any way, because I always enjoy reading your comments. And whatever this situation is revolving around, I wish you all the best of luck. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay, last but not least, the tea light candle. Who is coming towards you and why? So this represents who they are. And we've got chalice, fulfillment. And gossamer princess, communication, relationship work to be done. So they're definitely a communicator. They're quite a fulfilled person. They're emotionally fulfilled. They're emotionally abundant and so on. But I get the feeling that they're a bit of a loner, because there's a lone cup and she's on her own looking out. She communicates, she's got a butterfly, so, but there's relationship work to be done. So I say she because of the card, it could be a he. They could do with communicating more. So I get the feeling, yeah, that they're perfectly all right to talk to, but they're not somebody that reaches out for lots of to meet lots of friends. And they're not the life and soul of the party, I don't think. They're an introvert. They find emotional contentment within the self, but also do enjoy communicating with others. So they might be the sort that will do lots of online chat rather than speak to a stranger on the bus or the train or something. But they are emotionally fulfilled. They're emotionally abundant because they're not reliant on anything or anyone. I think they rely on themselves a lot. But they're perhaps in a phase of their life, or they've got to the position where they actually need to start talking more to other people for whatever reason in their life. They might be becoming a bit too isolated, which can be a danger when you're an introvert. If you're happy enough on your own with your own company, it can become just so much fun not having to talk to other people, that you sort of dread having to put the effort in to talk to other people. Yeah. So they're all right, but they should talk to people more, because probably they feel the vibe of this is that they're actually really nice. Almost like a lovely person, but they just sort of don't put the effort in to talk to other people. And it could be the butterflies make me want to think that other people really want to talk to them. And so they need to work on that. We've established their issue, but why are you meeting them? 8 of Bows, Hearth Fire. I mean, I want to say is their family. Maybe they're a family you haven't seen in ages, and that's why the relationship work needs to be done. So they're not in trouble, they're not bad or anything. I mean, if any of you got family reunions coming up or a reason to meet somebody, but it's to do with the tribe, it's to do with the interconnectedness, it's to do with the community, with shared values, morals, and loyalties. This is the family, this is the tribe. Some of them are literally blood relations, others are people that feel like family. It's the people that you choose to share your life with. But when I set it up and when I was thinking about it, this is somebody that you have that it's almost a surprise to see them. So this feels like if it is a relative, it's somebody you have not seen in years, or it's somebody from school or something that you were really close to and you've not seen them in years. But it's to do with that tribe, so it might be that you're called together to meet up for some reason, to meet up with that tribe. And I think it's going to be really positive because everybody's happy and there's the warmth of the fire, that they're all, there's a communal feel to it. So everybody's pleased and everybody has their role. Some people are laughing and smiling and cheering, and other people are just standing guard and watchful. But everybody's enjoying being there and being together, even if they're only there to be silent and absorb it in their introverted way. And other people are there to smack bang in the middle of the dance floor and boogie the night away. You know what I mean? And to chat to everybody and to... There's a meet-up, basically. That's all I can get from it, is there's a meet-up. So you might find that when you go to this meet-up, you're not expecting them to be there, because you might have forgotten about them and you're like, oh my God, I'm so pleased to see you. Or you didn't think they were going to be there and you've been trying to meet up for ages. But this is positive. This feels really nice. So what's the immediate aftermath? Within a couple of weeks of you meeting this person, what's the energies around it? Knight of Wands, travel. So because you meet this person, and the reason to do it, either you're back in contact with your tribe, if you're the one that's been out of contact for a while, or if they're the one that's been out of contact with this tribe for a while. I think there's going to be travel to meet up, or a feeling of the need to travel. So if you've not been around and done stuff recently, you're getting this feeling of, I haven't been on holiday for a while, I haven't been on vacation, I haven't gone to do anything exciting. And it doesn't have to physically mean travel, although the Knight of Wands very much is an adventurer. It can be anything that for you feels like an adventure, and it could be doing something like signing up for an evening class. That can be really adventurous for some people. And for others, it's just sort of simple, and actually going to Egypt is the adventure. So there's a feeling of excitement, of drive, of that you or they or this is going somewhere, or something in your life is going somewhere because of their input. They're to realign with the tribe in some way, and that's exciting and emboldening, and it might incur travel, it might incur adventure, or it might just incur a bit of extra passion where you're just raring to go. So I think actually it's just really pleasing to you that this person's come into your life. They really offer something that brings out the fire. You might, for some of you, feel that this has all happened so quickly, and it might all be over quickly, because the Knight of Wands does have a reputation as being someone or an energy or something that speeds into your life and then out again just as quickly. So some of you might find that you just meet this person this once and you won't see them again for years, and you really want to, and you're willing to travel to see them and keep that commitment up. This is someone who has to work on relationships because, not because of malice or anything like that, or a desire to be away from people, but because they're just quite simply so content in their own world that they have their own thing going on. And for some of you, that might feel really exciting. Whatever they're doing might be really exciting to you, but for them it's just normal because they just live in their own existence. This is weird because it has such peacefulness and contented, calm, almost introspection and just, peacefulness. But then this is just fiery energy. So for some of you, I think that you're meant to liven them up a bit. But don't be too harsh. Don't burn down everything in their life. Just sort of give it a bit of a dusting So I'm going to leave you with that because that's a nice clear message. So please let me know in the comments section if that makes any sense, if it resonates with you and so on and so forth. Whatever the situation is, I really wish you the best of luck. Please take very good care of yourself and them, because they come across as a bit shy as well. And so take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.